Hi there, everyone. My name is Brian Sanchez, student of the graduate program in Engineering Management from the Polytechnic University of Puerto Rico. Today, I'll be presenting a progress report for the electrical and controls maintenance strategy. The agenda for this progress report will go over the expectations. We also want to see the timeline and our schedule, see if we're meeting our target dates. We want to go over the revised methodology and the strategy implementation. Finally, we'll have a session for questions and answers. The expectation for this project is that we develop an electrical automation maintenance strategy implemented on one of the equipments to ensure line competitiveness for 4 more years. The strategy is aligned to reduce unplanned stoppages caused by electrical system component breakdowns, retain the technical knowledge as issues are resolved, and have an obsolescence plan in place for equipment that are currently being phased out. Our current schedule, basically, we have met all the timelines that we have set for ourselves. Week 4 and 5, which is the plan and electrical overhaul to standardize connection and improve current equipment conditions, has been reprioritized and will not be part of the scope of this project. We'll focus more on the obsolescence and develop a plan for stocking or migrate to updated components. And we are already working towards that. Then finally, we will go and assess the strategy in place, make recommendations for future equipments as the strategy it keeps implementing in other areas of the line. And finally, we will complete the technical paper, poster, and final presentation. The revised methodology is shown here. We have reduced and simplified, or may say streamlined the methodology. Instead of 5 pillars, we have greatly reduced it to 4. As we have developed tools from information system that will generate or automate the development of business documentation, but at the same time will retain knowledge from past experiences. We also added the obsolescence plan in the 3rd pillar. These 4 pillars at this stage of implementation will keep the line competitive throughout the 4 more years that we have to make medicine. Implementation of the strategy. So we have decided to focus our attention on one single component of the line. Instead of component, I would say one single equipment of the line. It was selected from a risk-based approach, as we will discuss further in the progress report. The equipment that we selected was the valve line filler. Due to the timing that we have, we will focus like I said, obsolescence plan, integrate current maintenance strategy with the obsolescence plan as stated in the strategy, and use information system to actually develop those business documents for us as we solve issues. As stated in the strategy, right? So we want to eliminate the main problem. So we gathered a 2-year data analysis and created basically bar graphs of the issues that causes more downtime. We have to classify these data based on automation issues. Took a lot of time as most of this data comes from operations. Basically, operators on the line record the downtime that they're having, and they classify this downtime based on their expertise. Their expertise is more operational related, and little to no input is given from the automation engineer. For our filler, we see a lot of issues with sensor relays and switches, and it's mostly not breakdowns. Most of the issues that we're having is that we have a lot of adjustments on switches and sensors, and we have had issues with some relays every now and then. Most of these downtime could be reduced by simple training of operations and maintenance, which take us to the next bar of our downtime, which is controller. Controller downtime has been more related to motor controller systems such as VFDs, DC motor controls, and servo motors. due to the amount of challenge that we encountered while collecting this data and the classification that we had and the limited amount of information that we had, we could not establish very well the priorities that we needed. As an automation engineer, we make decisions based on the information available. As a manager, we will invest more of our efforts and resources where are needed. Based on this information, we would have to put more effort, I would say, than the amount of returns that we would obtain to actually classify and know how much downtime every single component have cost us. So we know that there's a lack of information system to collect this amount of downtime. In the spirit of improvement, we've decided to do some development of software. In this case, we used Microsoft Access to develop a database. The database collects information from the engineer or technician through a form, and all this information then goes inside a record. Every record is recorded. Every time you press the button, it creates a new record, an ID. You put the shift. You can attach information, even pieces of code, pieces of documents, drawings. Provide a brief description of the problem, the date and time it occurred, date and time called, the time the issue resolved. So automatically you already know the amount of downtime. You can also state the problem symptoms, the troubleshooting steps you took to resolve the issue, and finally the resolution. Then a little bit more info you can say per batch or in between batch, and if it caused downtime. This way, when doing this type of bar graph, we'll be able to classify the data a lot better. This is an iterative process. I would say this is the first iteration that we have from this database. And so far, you can see you can go back and forth between records and obtain what was done in the past regarding a specific issue. Also, part of the issue we've been having is the obsolescence plan. So we can't fix all the problems at the same time. Definitely, Rome was not built in one day. So I cannot just go out there throughout the entire line and say all these equipment are obsolete. Instead of, I took a risk-based approach and decided to select an equipment that is very likely to provide us to give us a lot of downtime, gives a lot of problems, that has limited accessibility. Um, Performing maintenance requires sanitization of the area. Corrective maintenance could impact quality and it's very undesirable for an aseptic line. Preventive maintenance is suitable. So the reason preventive maintenance is suitable, that way the equipment is replaced or the component is replaced prior it's going basically damaged. Components of motion control system are or will be obsolete, and software will no longer be supported by the manufacturer by the end of 2021. So basically, we know that our motion control system is about to be obsolete on that line. As part of that, so we selected the filler motion control system. So we selected the filler. Inside the filler, we went inside the filler motion control system, which is basically the most critical component of our machine. The system consists of numerous axes, as you can see. So we have each of these constitutes of motor and gearbox together, and each motor and gearbox will have a servo drive. All these servo drives are connected through a circles network interface that then is connected to a motion controller, which is then communicates through a network of control net back to their filler PLC. All this filler PLC then interfaces with the operator through the HMI. Basically, all these components are becoming obsolete, and we would need to start doing either a migration, buy many in stock of these components, and just keep them in stock so that it can last us until the 2024, or arrange a long life service agreement with the manufacturer, which is basically an insurance policy that once we replace the component as part of our maintenance strategy, we can send it to them. They refurbish it, send it back to us, and we keep it in stock. As part of the next steps of this project is to perform a cost analysis of the option. After that, we will select an option. When I say perform a cost analysis of the option, so we can migrate, right? We can buy many in stock, or we can go for the long life service. We're going to select an option and then purchase this option. So thanks for your time. I do appreciate. Please ask questions, um, challenge any ideas, or provide your feedback. This is a real life example of what many factories are going through with obsolescence. Thank you. Have a good day.